Okay, new plan much better than the old plan, probably. I'd originally tried to do something that I wasn't really prepared for and ended up just pissing myself off, so I'll probably just do something much easier here. Honestly, you could probably take him one-on-one at this point. The area where Cyan is much easier than where I was trying to do. So might as well just get him anyway. And what I haven't decided for Cyan is, do I want to respec him or not? Right now he's a stamina build, which is pretty good for... was pretty good for where he was. And honestly, unless he gets to 30, he's not going to have most of his Bushidos unless I do the Dream as well. So that's kind of a question. There's a bunch of good stuff right here. An Ice Guard, which would have been useful for my false start. Oh wait, these guys probably counter tools now that I think about who they are. It's fine. What's the worst that can happen to Edgar? Probably that. Give him the Ice Guard just in case, because it's better than any other light shield that he can equip. Honestly, they can probably take the counters, so it's not really a big deal, but... Didn't even know you could do that. Must have been very close to death, too, because I only slightly went past the amount that he healed himself. Rogue Cloak's really nice. It's for Lock and Shadow, neither of whom I have recruited yet, but maybe I will soon. But good to have it right now, I guess. Cat Hood. That can be used by Realm, but it can also, I think, in the mod be used by Gal, which is actually interesting. It's kind of a magical hat. Works well for anything that uses magic power. I think it grants some speed, too. Yeah. And decent block, too. That's not too bad, actually. Tiger Mask gives more evade. And there's the chainsaw. Still in Zozo technically, but considerably later in the game. It's really good, but at the same time, not for this particular Edgar build. It does have a chance to kill things instantly, and it no longer fails to do damage if it does that, so it's no longer technically inferior DPS to a drill or anything. Not bad, Edgar, not bad. First dragon that I will actually probably attempt to beat, as opposed to the one that I tried to start with that really didn't work well, is going to be the purple dragon, which is the wind dragon. I need to actually prep for this, though. Terra has her dad equipped, which halves wind. Edgar has a crystal kite, which halves wind. Strigo has the chocobo hide that halves wind. Gao doesn't have anything that halves wind, but he can rage something that blocks it. Thing I do want to try. Power Glove. And Black Heart. That makes him weak to wind, but if he can get into the rage fast enough, that won't be a problem. We'll see. Terra get 2 Rising Suns. Probably just gonna be Edgar. With any luck, this will go better, assuming I ever get to the fight. Without having to run into things and run from things. That gives Gao almost as much HP as Edgar. The downside is it makes him weak to everything except Holy and Poison, which is a bit of a thing. Let's give it a try. I need to move quickly here. I need to get Gao raging quickly. End up dying if I don't. Which he may end up dying anyway, because he is weak to wind right now. Since I got Golem, I may just dispense with Fenrir. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Hope it doesn't kill him. Not quite. Which I don't think will work on Gao, because the black card blocks Holy, and I think it is Holy Elemental, I'm not sure though. It may or may not be Holy Elemental. It does reverse on Undead, but having a black card, yeah, it does block that. However, Gao is immune to wind as Allosaurus, so it should do 0 to him there. Heal because I want to have Strigo do something here. I want to have Edgar put sap as well as poison on. So he can do that. Then I want Berserk Terra. throwing weapons, and the purple D is floating, which should allow us to get really good damage in on him without hitting his weakness and causing him to counter the weakness. Because I can do with Edgar outright. I think my plan was to put a potion on Gao. Because he will eventually run out of golem protection. It's not too bad. Refract. Terra. Nightmare, I think, applies slow. The other things that it applies don't really matter, but it should maybe keep him slowed. She's not throwing against him. He is floating, so it's just been bad luck so far. But the kind of bad luck I can handle. Okay, he's using Break on himself, which means he's trying to cancel his statuses. Such. So we may need to do something about that. Let's see. Is there anything worthwhile having to do? Probably just heal. Even though I don't think we really need it. Edgar. Put the poison back on. Gao, I guess, will be reapplying slow if it wore off. I can't remember what that self-attack race is. There we go. Not great damage, but considering it's Rising Suns and a non-Vigor Terra, it's not bad. Should probably actually put regen on people. Arrow sets seizure on a bunch of us. And that's especially bad for Terra, because in Morph she'll take extra damage. Put regen on her, that should be okay. Stayed up, that's good. Gao sure is loving the spam Nightmare, which is fine actually, honestly. It does a little bit of damage. Not much, but... Yikes! Well, that physical killed him, so I'm gonna need to refract him. For sure. He decided to solo Air Blast Terra, of all things. Which is fine. I'm using an item to heal Gao, and I would have had to use an item anyway, because it would not have worked. Case on him and refract him. Or he can just get fucking murked. Good job. Well, Terra's still in good shape, so we're going to be continuing to put damage on boss. He's not throwing often, but it's often enough that it should wear him down quickly enough. Come on, Gao, I gave you extra health for this reason. He's doing that to himself. That's good. While you're here, might as well give yourself image. What can we do here? I could raise him and just put the poison back on, but I think Edgar's already done that. So I can blaze him. I can't remember if sap was set or not. Kind of hard for me to distinguish the sap ticks and the poison ticks. But we should be okay. Yeah, that's doing alright. Storm, that'll probably... Oh, Gao block. Perfect. So... Haste Gao and then re-rage something. Allosaurus was doing well, except when he got hit, but it shouldn't be a problem now. There are other things that might be applicable that block wind, I know, but Allosaurus has the highest physical multiplier there. Gonna need to re-refract Terra. As long as I'm using items on Holy Wind, I won't run into any problems with Refract and its Reflect on it. but everybody's in a condition where they're not doing too bad. Strider's HP is low, probably from the seizure from Arrow. It's fine. Lost his image, but I shouldn't be too worried about that. Let's try. Running out of Slim Jims here. Break on not himself, that's a waste of his turn. Trying to break an immune gal. Can't remember if Seizure's still on. Terra's definitely doing the bulk of the damage here, but Gao is contributing at least. This might be a good time to push Edgar. Tonic him. They're mostly just hanging out here in case we need to reapply things, but both of our attackers have image up, so they should be okay against physical counters, which I think is the only thing he's going to counter with, that he's physically attacked by non-elementals. Oh, Terra finished him off. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Every time I turn the game on, it seems like it changes the volume. No, the volume on this is lower. I don't know what's going on here. I'll just have to talk louder. It shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so that gets rid of the Wind Dragon, which was much easier than the other one. That actually went pretty well. Gao wasn't exactly as helpful as I was hoping he would be, but Terra did exactly what she was supposed to do. It's fine. I guess I don't need the crystal anymore. Although there's not a whole lot he can equip otherwise that's any use. Gao's got the Ice Guard, and the lighter shields don't really give Edgar any benefit. I better save. Usually I don't fight him when I come through here the first time, but he's, I think, one of the four easier dragons, quote-unquote, in that he has the lower, there's like 2 tiers of health that they have, and he's the lower tier of it. I think 90,000 versus 120,000 or something. I should probably take the black card off him, too, or else he's gonna get messed up by Flash Rain or something like that. Let me lower the game audio a little more. Is that any better? I think it's better. Okie dokie. Yeah, I need to take that black card off of him. I think he had a hero ring on, which is basically just slightly worse. And the Blizzard Orb, which he's mostly going to be using magic from the back row for safety's sake. Terra should be good. I think she... yeah. The Gale Hairpin is actually pretty good for stamina attacking, because it seems like it gives the extra stamina and speed and the preemptive rate increase. So it's not too bad on her, even though... I mean, I want the preemptive increase more than I care about the other stuff, but... it's still pretty good. Starlight and Flash should pretty much wipe this encounter, but we'll see. Yeah, Flash Rain would have pretty much annihilated Gao if I'd still had the black card on him. Thankfully, I managed not to do that this time. I was like, hey, I should fix that, and I did. Instead of just like, hey, I should fix that, and then just ignoring it. Honestly, she would be pretty dumb if she actually believed these letters, but her dialogue implies that she never believed it in the first place. Which is kind of touching, because it just kind of means that Cyan was doing it for his own sake. The poor guy. come here much earlier to pick him up. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to deal with the purple dragon at the time, but he wasn't too bad after all, because he's one of the floating ones, and they seem to be a lot easier. This whole sequence is just a really good cutscene. They're kind of rare that they have these sorts of cutscenes in the World of Ruin. It's just a really nice segment, this entire scene. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to reset Cyan's Esper levels, at least not right away. There's no real point, I think, in doing that until after the dream, because then he'll have mastered all of his Bushidos, which he may or may not have done by the time, because at level 25 he definitely doesn't have all of them, and he's only level 20 right now. But after the dream, Alexander is available, which gives him an option to get HP alongside Bismarck for Vigor, so if I'm going to reset his levels... The only person whose levels I'm pretty sure I'm going to reset are Locks. Everybody else is kind of up in the air. Most important key item in the game. Oh, yeah, there it is. Most important key item in the game. Let's see, where is that now? So I'm just checking off my valuable item requires, and I've got a checklist. I gave Locke 10 Kieran for the World of Balance, and it was great. It was awesome. I think he gave him 10 Kieran, 3 Ifrit, 3 Rama. It wasn't bad. It gave him a lot of HP. It's just that I think Phoenix levels are way better value in the World of Ruin, because he gets life 2 and all that other stuff. So I figured I was going to reset him anyway. I might as well. Let's see here. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Then I might respec Celeste. I'm not really sure what to do with her. I don't really want to do her stamina build, but I might make her a more vigor-oriented respec. Right now she's more like a support caster. Oh, actually, there's something I could start, even though I'm not planning to do it right away. If I'm going to be going there anyway, though. If I bring Strago and Realm back to Thamaza, that'll start the Ebbett's Rock quest, which I don't technically need to do, and I'm not going to do for a little bit, but we'll get that cutscene started so that the dungeon is available. Assuming that I don't run into Doomgaze along the way. That's why I saved. I could have just save stated, but I'm not going to try and do that too much on stream. Go. Now there's more incentive to do the Ebbett's Rock side quest now than there used to be, because apparently the Radiant Gown for Realm and her Ultimate Brush were both made rewards for this, so in addition to getting Realm's best stuff, you can get the last 2 lores. Well, technically I have 3 lores left, because there's the area for the 3rd lore I haven't just gone to yet, but his ultimate lores, so to speak, Shield and Black Omen, which is renamed, what they renamed Grand Train, which is basically his strongest attack, a defense-ignoring, magic-based attack, really strong, and Shield, which is no longer Mighty Guard, so it's no longer, you know, safe and shell all at once, but it is a full party safe, and he's the only guy who can really do that. So it's worth considering, I just don't think it's worth doing right now. Haydn is not really super hard, but he does have a lot of HP, and the fight is a little complicated. So I don't think I want to do that. Not right now, anyway. But I might as well get the quest started. It is nerfed, but I think it's still around 120,000, which is still quite a bit right now. I just need to... I would probably want Realm to have Bahamut, just so that she has access to stuff. She can use, you know, I think he's weak to fire, so she could use fire too, but I think Flare and Meteor and sketching, I think she can sketch Black Omen and Quasar in that fight, so she is really useful for it. But I just don't know yet. Okay, what should we go for now? I think the only people that we have left to recruit are Shadow and Umaro. Am I missing somebody? Let me check. I believe that's it. No, there's the third person, Shadow, Umaro, and who the heck was I thinking? Not. See, I forgot Shadow existed last time. Now I'm forgetting. Locke. Locke. I need to get Locke. That's an interesting prospect, actually, Locke. Now that I think about it. I don't think I want to take on Red Dragon yet, but I do think I want to get Locke. So that way, if I get Locke now, then there's a bunch of stuff I can do with him. Like get the hero shield, and while I'm leveling everybody up, uncurse that. So the question just becomes, who do we want in our two parties? Cyan's underleveled, so I'm not going to be bringing him. Probably would want... It doesn't really matter because we're not going to be fighting the dragons for the most part. So really we can just get anybody. I'll just take whoever's bulky. I'm planning to just run away from everything. This is the sort of Phoenix Cave run I'll usually do very early, because I usually get Locke way earlier even than this. But for now, okay, she's equipped. I'm not too worried about Espers on everybody, I just want people to not be weak as hell. So I'll just give them dark gear. Move everybody to the back, because I'm not really planning to do any fights. Partisan for HP. Whatever. Got Force Armor, which is okay. What's the other party got? Let's give him a Switchblade for speed. Really doesn't matter at this point, but I might as well give him whatever. Matter, but might as well just go with whatever I got. Gal, I think, is up. Yeah, these two are already equipped, I think. So she's the only one who would need anything. I actually forgot when I was at the Mazda to get another thing that I was going to do. That's the entire reason why I put her in the party, and then I just forgot. Oh well, I don't need it right now. And, yeah, they don't all have Espers, but I'm not too worried about that. Now, if Gao gets the first turn, I can have him cast Warp instead of using a whistle. I think I have more than enough whistles to survive, and I've got healers too, so this shouldn't be a big deal. I've been in here once already. I didn't pick up any treasures, though. All I was doing was stealing a magic bone and getting the rages that are in here. Gao's high speed is allowing him to actually get the first party turn, although he's not quite fast enough to outspeed everybody else. He probably could be if I put sprint shoes on him, though, now that I think about it. So why don't I do that? And then he, with any luck, will get the first turn. Okay, that's a pit drop. You can probably avoid that, because it does cause a lot of damage, but by going downstairs and then just going up normally to raise the bridge, but this is faster to just get the wing edge, I think, which is what's in that chest, which is the better version of the throwable, like the Rising Sun is the weaker version of that. So I want to pick that up. There's actually not that much in the Phoenix Cave in terms of treasure, and Locke no longer gives you a bunch of great loot. He does give you at least, I think, one good thing, I think a flame guard. But most of the treasures that Locke pre-stole are not super great anymore. And there are only a handful of non-empty chests in this version. Sabin also has warp, so he could cast that actually if I get... And Terra's got the preemptive rate up, so we should be in decent shape for escaping. And for the most part, you could do this right at the start of the World of Ruin, but you'd have a smaller party, like with maybe only 2 people per group, and that does increase the risks considerably. I think I need to go down here first. I know there's switches and stuff to step on that I always forget about, but I don't think Setzer's group ever needs to go back there. So, I think they need to flip that switch first. Technically, I mean, they don't have to flip the switch at all. You could, if you wanted, just leave. And walk over the spikes, but I don't want to do that. Because then you just end up having to heal it so you don't get wiped out by an enemy group. So you might as well do it correctly. There's this treasure. Of course, I stepped wrong. Again, I should probably put sprint shoes on Sabin here so that he can warp us out. The whistles are faster because they're items, but I'm not super worried about the threat that these enemies pose. They're not terrible. The dragon is another story, but I can always come back. Yeah, there's one of the chests that Locke boosted. There's also a chest down here that, for the life of me, I often forget even exists, but as it turns out, there's a warp whistle in it, so not terribly exciting. It's also interesting that the enemies down here are different. This is a Velt formation, I've already got it though. But Seaflower does Wave Cannon, Ouijala's an Undead Rage that does Quake and something else. I have to experiment with that one, because it looks like it got buffed recently, and it's interesting, if nothing else. So the Setzer's group can actually get through the other area. Yikes. Well, good thing I still got these. It's weird how Gao's always the one getting dumpstered when he's in a party with somebody who is equally physically frail but never seems to get targeted. Somebody out there likes that old man. That chest has nothing in it, so it's not worth stepping on those spikes. At least I'm pretty sure that chest has nothing in it. the main things in here are the wing edge, which I already got, and I think there's a Genji armor, and then the drop from the dragon, and that's it. It used to be the radiant gown was in here, they moved it. So, the radiant gown was what was past the red dragon. I think that's where the Genji armor is now. Well, that's the weird thing. They're just randomly choosing to attack Gao. Only dogs have the anti-Gao script, but for some reason he's just getting attacked by everything. Also, Machines Hate Cyan would make him even less well, he's not undesirable, but would make him undesirable for the Magitech Research Facility. Funny, though, but he would just be getting... Well, actually, he might actually make a good tank if he were getting targeted a lot in that facility. Because he usually will have one of the highest HPs if you're going Kieran. So, you know, it could actually work. I just don't see it as being a very good use for script space. Okay, I know there's nothing in here, but... Yep. I knew there was nothing there. And I stepped on it anyway to prove a point. And that point was that there's nothing in there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because if he's got a lot of HP, a lot of defense, and he's priority targeted, and he's got a counter katana, which he certainly would have at that point, you could actually take advantage of it. But as long as you have enough warp whistles, you can definitely just do the Phoenix Cave right through, because it's an area that doesn't have a boss. And since it doesn't have a boss, it's like Mount Zozo. There's no reason that you couldn't just escape from all the enemies and get Cyan, because nothing stops you from doing it. The only boss there is the Purple D, and as long as you don't flip the switch, the Purple D will not appear. So you could completely avoid any boss fights. Just run from everything. It's a little boring. Actually, no, wait. Maybe the Genji armor is down here after you get rid of the lava. That's where it used to be, at least. So what is in that chest behind the red dragon, then? I don't know. Unless they shuffled things around a bit, it's possible. Or it could be gold, I don't know. Don't want to go... Yeah, this is where we want to go. I think every easily accessible chest has already been looted by Locke. But what's in them is no longer as valuable. We can save here. The only reason not skip the red dragon would be that it is a bit tedious to get back to it, since you have to go through the two-party switch flipping. But that aside, it's, I guess, not that bad. Just a little annoying is all. These things are not hurting very bad. Which is actually surprising. I thought the Phoenix Cave was a lot tougher than this. But in terms of what damage the enemies are actually dealing, just the randoms, it's not really bad at all. Not as bad as I was expecting, anyway. I thought they'd hit pretty hard, but we'd deal with the chip damage as we went. Oh, okay, there's Red D. It's probably a good idea at this point to save state, just to be safe. I can't really run beside him, though. Because if you're within one tile of the dragon, you're not going to... But if I lure it out this way, maybe I can get behind it. Watch there be nothing in that chest now. Come on. I know you're coming. You want to come over here? Mr. Dragon? I actually don't know how far this thing can wander. That's always been a question that I've wondered about. Oh, I guess he wants to go back, or not. What are you doing, pal? Come on. Come on up here. A spot where we can go around you. And then get trapped. Because we're dumb. Okay, you can run past it, I wasn't sure. Yeah, so the Genji armor was there. Interesting. That means it's not downstairs, so I wonder what is downstairs. I think as long as you're moving basically perpendicular to, or in the exact, as long as the dragon is not moving in the same direction you are or towards you, I think you can avoid the encounter. See, there it wasn't. But we were able to get past it once when it was, like, moving directly towards us. You could probably also avoid it by getting into a forced encounter, or not a forced encounter, a random encounter on the same tile. But we managed to get past it once, so it's definitely possible to do. I'll need to save again here. There it goes. I have no idea why that works sometimes and doesn't others, but I think it has to do with the way the dragon is moving. You have to basically be considered, I think, on the same tile or an adjacent tile to it, so that may be what it is. Like, if it's moving one way and you're moving the opposite way, neither of you is considered to be on an adjacent tile. You move automatically to diagonals with each other. That's the best I can think of. I don't think the game can track, like, being in between two tiles, it just runs the animation. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure, then, in that case, if we were running in the same direction. It might just be something to do with not being squarely on a tile. I really don't know. I'm just trying to speculate here. Oh, Phoenix Tear. So there is still something useful there. Just not the Genji armor. At the end. Yeah, the only thing I can think of if we're running the same direction is it has something to do with you being in motion while the dragon is also in motion, and maybe it's just not considering you to be adjacent and running the script. It might be that one of you, the two of you, has to be considered stopped on a certain frame for it to consider you to be adjacent. Quite the mystery. It's harder to notice with, like, Silver D because it moves so much faster. So, I'm not sure, but that one moves, Red D moves real slow. It's just in a very narrow area. So normally you can't get past it easily, but sometimes you can. There we go. About damn time you showed up. Now to power up Locke, probably the best place to go is, I guess, the Ancient Castle, because you can get Valiance and the Zantetsuken. And we could also get Odin, Tsunami, and all that for Strago, but I think the Blue D is one of the weaker dragons in terms of its HP. It's not necessarily weak by any means. It's actually quite dangerous. Yeah, it's a 90k health, absorbs water, but it is a floating dragon. So we could use the Wing Edge strat to get him, maybe. But first, the Locke cutscene with his awkward, sort of dead girlfriend. There's something I need to tell you, Locke. You can cast Fire 3 in Life 2 now. You should respec, put more Phoenix levels in, get MP. Also, I love you, I guess. I know the herbalist is a crazy nutcase who can preserve girls in his basement, but he seems kind of surprisingly, like, normal with this entire sequence. It's not like he knows what magicite is, so it's like, this just happened, and he's like, alright then. That is a really cool splash effect, though, the sort of paint bloodish colored the Phoenix. It's a neat overlay. Now we should get the Flame Guard from Locke. I didn't pick that up, and I know that you get a Flame Guard from this. I'm pretty sure you get it from when he has to cough up the treasures that he took. What magical things could Locke have boosted from that place? Prepare for somewhat disappointment. Phoenix down. X Potion, that's alright. X Ether. Elixir. Flame Guard, now that's the real prize. But the treasures have otherwise been kind of nerfed. Good consumables, but they're just consumables, so it's not a big deal. Still, you get them for free, because Locke came back, so can't complain. And I do want that Flame Guard. I might even turn it into a second Ice Guard. We'll figure that out in a moment. First, let's add 2 more people to the party. I'm okay with this party right now, but I do want some more folks in it. Let's just say Censor and Edgar for no particular reason, just have them there. Let's land and save, and then let's go back to Thamaza again. Should probably just mess with Doomguard soon. I was kind of waiting on Locke, though, because Locke can really do a number on Doomguard for various reasons. Also Shadow, so it might be good to have them both. Alright, now lest we forget... Good thing I looked in the key items for that porno mag, or I'd have forgotten that I needed to do this. Pour one out for your dead homies. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize I could walk around while that dialogue was up. Leo's Crest is, I guess, mainly for her stamina build, although it has a bunch of really nice effects. I can't remember everything that it does, but it's kind of like an ultimate, just generic physical use stuff. Among other things, I think it makes her hit rate 100%, gives her counter, and gives her cover. I can't remember, but it's pretty useful, even if you're not using shock, which, yeah, I guess it gives shock. Which should not be a surprise to most people who know this. And then Shock is a stamina-based attack now. That's part of the reason why Leo had, like, 100 plus stamina, but... There's a... If you get Crusader for her, then she can use a build for that, but I don't know that I actually want to use Crusader with her. If I respec her, I might make her more physically oriented, because what I'd like to do now is go get the Illumina, and since Terra's a stamina build, and since Terra has Morph and the Omega weapon, I just don't think that Apocalypse is really all that useful, so I might as well get Illumina instead. But honestly, it's kind of a coin flip there. The stats are useful, and Terra probably wants... because they have a lot of stats on them. Which should be obvious here if I have lock-unlock things. In is completely useless. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in the inn. But lock can unlock all the doors, if you feel like it. The main ones are, I think, the weapon shop and the upstairs place, where you get the hero shield. The only thing that I don't like about having experience off is that you don't get spell points. It's okay to me that you don't get EP, because you could easily break the game if you got EP but no XP, because then you could be at any level 25 as soon as you want it to be. But I do wish you could get spell points. You can get spell points on the belt, but you have to turn XP on. It's just kind of weird. You don't get Ragnarok here. There's no choice on that one. You just have to get either of the swords. And you used to be able to trade them for each other, now you can't. So I want her to have it. It's a big boost over that. It does lose a little bit of stamina, or a little bit of speed, because the Falchion has +7 speed, but this has +5 to all. It also doesn't have the bonus to evade, the 20 bonus to evade, but otherwise, although it has lower attack power, it's better because it has MP crits and it can proc Holy. So it is really good. Considering how much work you have to go through to get Alexander, it's almost probably better to, if you're planning to exploit Holy with her, to take her physical. Especially since she can get her vigor very early. But that's kind of a judgment call. I mean, it's certainly useful in a variety of ways. I don't think this party's equipped with much, so yeah, Locke doesn't even have any equipment. There we go. So yeah, that's actually extremely cool. And it's certainly something to consider taking her. Yeah, well, he's got her a couple of switchblades. I don't know why I decided to try to fight except to show that off. That was dumb. Let's get out of here. The only thing for Celeste is that she only really gets speed from her, either her Siren, Esper, or Crusader. So you can only get magic and speed, or anyway. The hero shield is no longer called the curse shield. It's just, there's a curse version and an uncursed version. You still get all, I think, the benefits of equipping it when it's cursed, but you also get the annoying parts. Like, yeah, it has a bunch of both defense, magic defense, evade, and M-block. It doesn't teach Ultima anymore. You can't learn Ultima from the shield, so sorry, know everybody who can use it spamming Ultima. I think only Terra, Celeste, and Locke can use it, so that's another good thing in Locke's favor, is he can use the hero shield, which most other characters can't. It's often one of the better choices to put on him, because Terra wants an Aegis shield a lot of the time, but Celeste might actually want it too. Yeah, there's also, that's right, there's also stat boost. There's no stat boost on the curse version, but I'm going to be uncursing it during the downtime anyway, so it will be uncursed by the time it's done. Still, it does have the defensive boost, so if for some reason you didn't mind being in Doom status all the time, you can at least use it for the defense boost. So it's no longer a giant liability that gives you every status effect until you spend 1,000,000 years. Yeah, that should have been expected, considering Locke is not equipped with anything right now. Fortunately, free healing is still in the bucket. I don't want to know what's in that bucket. Ah, great. Well, it's preemptive. Bye! So if I respec anybody, Locke definitely, Cyan and Celeste maybe? I'm really not sure. I'm halfway tempted to respec Edgar too, but every now and then he proves himself to be extremely valuable, so it's kind of up in the air on that one. He's certainly got his benefits. So who are we going after next? I could try Narsh again. I don't know how. I'll be better prepared for Silver D, but still not super well prepared. The other option would be Shadow, since I only need Shadow tomorrow to get full recruitment. So that's an interesting question. I think Shadow would be the easier choice. I might almost want to have Cyan for that, but I can get by without him. Sabin is an option for that fight. Celeste would be good, because she's got Illumina now, so she could hit the dead Tiamat Z with the Holy... The sword itself isn't Holy Elemental, but the proc is, and she can get a 50% proc rate with it. Strago would be good. He can cast both fire and ice, so he would be able to hit the weaknesses of both the living and dead version. Gao can kind of switch between the two, or he could be a healer, perhaps. And Terra can hit both, although she doesn't have Tritalk, so she doesn't have Ice 3 yet. Yeah, she'd have Ice 2 or Ice 3, plus the Illumina, so I think I want to bring these two for sure. Edgar doesn't do a whole lot, but he would be decently supportive and a healer, so he might be worth it. Ultimately, Setzer. I could probably just bring Setzer. And that leaves either Mog or Gao, maybe. Or Go-Go. Or Realm, although I don't know how super useful Realm's going to be here, and with Setzer, I don't think I need another healer. So... that's a good question, isn't it? You know what? Let's bring Mog, just for fun. I've been using Gao a lot, and he hasn't been as impressive as he usually is, just because he seems to just be getting the worst of luck, but... let's see here. If we're going after Shadow, that means Tiamat Z, and I think the big threats there are, like, Physicals and Meteo, which there's not really a whole lot you can do about Meteo, except, I guess, Magic Evade. Just trying to think about what he uses. Regular Tiamat, I think, is just attacks, his special, and either Meteo or Flare, so it's mostly Physicals, I think. And he's... I think he's also easier to hit with Physicals, just because his counter is not as bad, but he doesn't counter as often. I don't remember what Tiamat Z uses. I may be overthinking this. They don't have a whole lot of health. I think they've got like 25,000 each or something. I may be able to just kind of overpower that. So, this party can probably handle it regardless. Let's give... Mog auto haste. That means I think everybody else will want auto haste in some fashion. So, sprint shoes and... Death Ward might be good on him, actually. He's the most fragile person we've got here. Normally I would put the Death Ward on either Terra, because she morphs, or maybe on Gao, because he's weaker, but in this instance, I think... pretty good shape. I guess I'll put the Flame Guard on him, or I could put this for auto haste, now that I think about it. But she probably wants the auto haste more. She'd probably take the Hero Shield if it were uncursed, but it's not right now. She definitely wants the Oath Veil, and probably the Genji Armor. I could probably sell the Power Armor now that I have 2 Genji Armors, now that I think about it. I might want to put... No, I don't want to put Setzer in the front. I was going to say I could put him in the front row and just have him fight in the cave, but he's Slotzer, so he should be okay. Give him a magic power boost. And I think probably... He doesn't need the red cap as much as other people probably do. Force armor, I guess. So the big threat, I guess, would be physicals and Meteo, but I'm not super worried about physicals as much as I am Meteo just kind of randomly smacking me around out of nowhere. The Doomstick is better in a lot of cases, but there are some undead in here, so I might as well go with that until I actually have to gear up for Tiamat. So let's give him Power Glove, and see, he wasn't using the right cap, so he can use the Hero Ring for now. I'll probably rearrange that eventually, but... And the Force Armor, that works. For him... Multi-Guard, not really worth the stat loss. Circlet or Stat Hat? I want the Stat Hat for the speed. So Lord knows he needs it. Even with Auto Haste, he's gonna need it. So I think the only person that doesn't have Auto Haste is Setzer. Yeah. So maybe give him Sprint Shoes, and it's kind of tough. No, he doesn't really need Daryl's Soul. He doesn't need tons of speed. I guess a ribbon, just for the M block and status immunity. I think otherwise it's really a huge deal. And then she's gonna use probably Leo's Crest, not for shock, but just to have bonuses to her attacking. And a Gale Hairpin, I guess, just for the preemptive and speed. Everybody else can either attack from the back row or isn't going to be attacking, so that's good. What can we do here? Oh, you know what? Another thing that might make making her physical, potentially respecking her to physical, is Crusader is a physical booster, which is actually pretty incredible because it gives her 3 relic slots essentially. What do I want her to use? Someone's going to take Seraph, I just don't know if it's her. Actually, Phantom for the end block. Just any marginal chance to avoid Meteo would be nice. I might actually, though, instead of Seraph, have him using Show during. And Zone Seek gives him MDef, which doesn't really help him much. But it is... the Shell would be nice. Well, actually, the Shell would not be as nice as having more MP. Let's see here. Whatever, that's fine for now. So we need to go to the cave. Let's save first. Yeah, the other nice thing about Illumina is that it shreds Doomgaze. Not that it's super hard to shred Doomgaze. He's got undead weaknesses, he's got float weaknesses, but... and I'll probably want to do that eventually here, but I think I want to pick up Shadow first. He might even be useful against that, although he won't have a lot of the things that I would need from that. Either way, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a bathroom break, and then I'm going to dive in there, which hopefully will not be too difficult with this party, especially with a very bulky Setzer. Anyway, do not be too discouraged by her physical attacks if she's not super impressive, because she is technically a magic build. But I think she'll do okay right now. And then if I decide to respec her along with Locke, we'll see. Main thing with Locke is I would want to swap his Kieran levels for Phoenix levels. I don't think the Kieran levels are bad, and the extra stamina is good, but my main concern is just that I'm not sure that it's good enough. Especially if I end up having him Life 2 anybody. Which I probably will want him doing, because that's one of his big niches. So the extra MP from Phoenix is... Yeah, she's only hitting for like 1100-1200, and that's with an auto crit, but again, this is with no ELs in anything, and she can get 2 Vigor per level, or Vigor and Stamina, so she can be very, very offensive on this, and I just have to think about whether I want her to do that. These guys will tell you how to get Gao back if for some reason you haven't figured it out already. Manticore. Actually don't remember what they do, or what they counter. May end up being academic, depending on how well she hits with this. Not as good as I was expecting, but... Also not what I was expecting, but not unwelcome. Thank you, Mog. Alas. Okay, maybe he counters Rage, or just in general, I don't remember. But Strago has a Doom Stick, so if he attacks, he may kill this thing instantly anyway. They're not doing very much damage either, so not really a problem. Oh, I didn't have the Moogle Charm on him, so he's just going to keep dancing. I was hoping he'd use Avalanche, but I don't know if they're... Whatever, let's just kill him. You tried, Setzer, that's what matters. He's got a ribbon, though, so he's not going to get berserked. And I would actually kind of want her to be berserked. Oh, he's Earth immune. Go figure. That took care of it. Now, another question would be, if she were to be respec'd for physical... Would I want her to use Alexander, or would I want her... The thing about her stuff is, I almost feel like she wants Seraph levels more than Alexander levels if she's a Vigor build. That's just my logic, because she's going to be using the Illumina if she's Vigor, instead of the Omega weapon. So she would probably not need the health as much, because Shock is more where your health is going to be a factor. And she'd be pretty reasonably defensive anyway with 30 HP per level. The extra MP would help her cast stuff and would give her a better reserve of auto crits. So I feel like I would probably still want to give her Seraph, which means I wouldn't have to respec her after the Dream. Okay, this is a mini-boss. I think the Bone Lord. Which, yeah, he's immune to basically everything, but he's weak to Fire Holy, because he's undead. I don't think you can instantly kill him with Mog like you used to be able to do, where he could be killed with Snare and Vanilla, because he was just considered a normal enemy or something. Oh, okay. Good job with Porter. Oh, you can instant kill him, can you? You sure? I don't remember. I don't think he's that hard. Oh, hey, Regen X, I forgot. Setzer has that. I just brought him for no reason except that. Let's try it. Snare. Bye! Yeah, I guess that does still work then. Also, we get Stormfang for Sabin. Stormfang is, I guess, the ultimate Vigor Claw, although Vigor Sabin can sometimes want the Frost Scores the ice damage that they do, although there aren't as many things weak to ice as there are, I guess, to bolt. They're both pretty situational, but the Stormfang has better, I guess, physical stats, and the Frostcores have better stamina stats. But for Sabin, a lot of times it's just, what is the element? Okay, Basilisks and Clucks. Yeah, they all give Vigor, I think, but what I would call the quote-unquote physical claws give speed, and the other ones give stamina. No, I think, well, at least in vanilla, Snare, I believe always worked. I don't know if that's the case in earlier versions of the mod, though. But Snare did always work in vanilla, at least, because I know I always used to snare that guy. Okay, I really hope I kill that Cluck, because I think when Clucks are alone, that's when they use Quake. Okay, so we got him. Yeah, I should have noticed that, because he has the exact same resistances as Osteosaur, and Osteosaur is just a regular enemy. Another red cap. That's actually pretty useful. You could use that. You might want it. It does kill some speed, but it gives you a lot of everything else. So I think we're going to do that. So I would feel more comfortable against Meteo with an HP buffer. I can't remember what the gimmick is for bears. I mean, honestly, I know there is one, but I can't remember what it is. I think it's when they're in critical health, they'll do something different, or something like that. I can't remember for bears, other than that they're like physical attackers, but that's kind of obvious. Switch. Duh. Hi, Shadow. Requiem there. Try to get airships. I think a lot of the reason for that is because Earth and Wind are where you'll often see the fractional damage. These things. Okay, they don't have any status immunities, so this should work. I was hoping for snare, but that's fine. This should take care of it. Let's try for a Doomstick proc. Oh, I didn't know it used X Zone. I assume that's just single target. That's right? That's kind of weird. I didn't realize it used that animation. I'd never actually tried to use it before, so... I remember it used to just do the Doom. Oh, I see, so on auto crits, they can kill undead? Because X-Zone, I think, is like a cleave, right? Yeah, I didn't realize that about Quarterstaff. That's actually useful. Well, I think situations where he has no MP are going to be few and far between. I was hoping for the proc, but he might be immune, I don't know. Okay. Let's prep for Teammate Z. I don't think I want Mog. I think I want Mog to have a Fire Rod. For the second phase, not for the first. And not a Power Glove. Zephyr Cape actually is pretty good. That gives him a lot of stamina and M-Block. Maybe not the Gale Hairpin, although the Gale Hairpin does give a lot of M-Block, so that's pretty good, actually. Is there anything he can equip with it? The multi-guard, but then it lowers all his stats. It does give M-Block, though, quite a bit. It's actually a question. A tricky question. I guess for Setzer. I don't think there's really anything else I can give him that's all that important. Switchblade is just there for speed. He's mostly going to be a healer. So I think what I want to do is, although I actually have to look at this, because I have to check, because Tiamat is a Bahamut, which means that he blocks wind and water, which means that Snowman Jazz would actually be pretty bad against him. Because Blizzard is part wind, Surge is part earth, so I might consider an Ice Rod then, although I don't know what Mog would dance after that. I guess Dusk Requiem, or not Dusk Requiem, Love Sonata? Let me look at what Love Sonata's got here. The other option would be to just do Earth Blues for Avalanche, which I might just do. He has boss immunities, but he has Behemoth stat boost until he goes undead. Then he has undead, or elemental resist rather, and they're immune to wind. So I actually don't want him in the front row. I want him to equip. Yes, Quarterstaff is fine. Either that or a poison rod. Probably want the Quarterstaff. Keep him in the back row. Instead of... that's actually kind of sucks. The Moogle Charm is good, but it doesn't offer any M-Block. Probably still want it, just in case. Actually, no, I don't. I bet I can get by without it. Because most of the things he would do with Earth Blues, I'm okay with. I've got Setzer, so everybody in this party can heal. Banged up there. MP-wise, Setzer does not need it. He will be fine. Not perfect, but hopefully it will be sufficient to beat this guy. The only thing I'm concerned about is getting hit a lot by Meteo in bad luck situations, because Meteo can be pretty rude. Otherwise, it's probably not a huge problem. We'll see. Oh, I forgot to swap, yeah, well, that's fine. The extra stamina may actually help him. Nice. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I guess regen herself. And... slow, or we just lay into him with ice. I could have brought double cast for ice, but I don't think I really need to do that. I'll just have Setzer regen X. That was kind of actually a waste for me to have Celeste do that. But just in case they get hit. That missed. Oh, it didn't miss. I thought it missed because of the animation. Yeah. The M block helps with Meteo because I think Meteo is defense ignoring, but it doesn't have a very good hit rate and it can be evaded, so he's one of those rare instances of a boss where you kind of want a different stat. It's Flare, which I'm not super concerned about. Yeah, it hurts, but it doesn't hurt much. That is a little more rude. Yeah, Meteo is evadable, but it ignores defense, I think. It's one of those rare examples of something that isn't both unevadable and ignores defense, so you can get away from it without worrying too much. Counter? No, okay. Well, she got one counter off, so that's pretty good. Setzer could probably start rolling for attacks. I think Mog will cover us pretty well. Also, it occurs to me that I forget when you have to fight his other form, it looks like your party's rows change, but I think they don't, right? I forget how that works. So close. I forget how that works. Because I remember I used to switch rows, and then it was like you actually switched to the wrong row, you idiot, or something. I guess I'll just test her offense once we get to that point. Oh, well, got Meteo countered a little too much there. Good job eating shit. Can't block like us big boys. Mog will take care of him anyway, so I'll just revive. Unless he uses that. That's the one dance step in this thing that I don't want you using. Okay, let's actually... you to Phoenix down, and you... to Holy Wind. And he's dead. Yeah, I think the rows do change, but I just can't tell. It looks like they changed, but I seem to recall that sometimes they don't. I don't know. I guess we'll find out next time she attacks. Yeah, someone's always blocking that, but it still hits pretty hard. Now, I was always annoyed in previous versions because all he could do with fire damage used to be Raze, which was useless against undead because they absorb poison, but now he's got Blaze, which isn't super strong, but I do like having it. Oh, Bio, I didn't know he used that. I'm also not terribly impressed by it. It's a little random, but the magic evade is helping. More people seem to be blocking Meteo than don't. Yeah, she's in the front row. That's the exact same damage. So everyone else is still in the back row. Probably hit us with another Meteo after this. I think he's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to counter fight with Haymaker, yeah. But he'll kill her. Good job eating shit. Meanwhile, Mog just keeps plugging it away. That Holy Wind was kind of wasted. I was hoping she would actually be able to take a hit. Could have had her save herself. Yeah, he counters, I believe, Fight or Rage with Meteo, and other attacks or no, Fight and Rage he counters with Haymaker. The other ones he counters with Meteo. Get away with this. She's got a lot of HP, let's just use a potion. Oh, Sundeath. Perfect. Thank you, dude. She should at least be able to take a Haymaker now. And 2 procs. Excellent. When she's able to stay up, she's doing quite well. Yep, that took care of him. The real MVP there was Mog. Just constant avalanches wearing him down. It would be really funny if you could run into Doomgaze during this scripted airship sequence. No, don't actually do that. I don't think you probably even can, but don't actually do that. I didn't even realize that that guy would be in the other bed if you'd started the quest already. Everybody's just crashing at their house. I don't know why he's afraid to tell Rome. She would probably be like, my dad's a fucking ninja? Hell yes! I'm just not going to bother healing this poison. Man, that poison effect is really annoying. I never noticed that. Usually I cure poison immediately. It never occurred to me just how freaking annoying that is. I believe all you have to do is either rest or leave and come back, and then he should have already left for the Colosseum. There's an NPC that shows up if Shadow's out of town. I don't think it's this guy, though. Let's try leaving and coming back. I know he leaves almost immediately. You don't have to do very much. Yeah, I think you mentioned that, the Drunk Dad mod, or the Drunk Dad situation. Did Shadow leave already, or is he not leaving? I can't remember what I have to do to make him leave. Oh, he's gone. Yeah. So. While I'm here... Yeah, now we're talking. I don't ever need to actually buy tinctures again, because it turns out the Fanatics Tower fights, which is where I've been getting my ELs, are just, like, lousy with tincture drops. It's insane. Okay, now I just have to get the super knife and not die to him, which hopefully Shadow will not be doing, but... Shadow, aka Scrapper. Why Why are you floating? Also, why did you remedy yourself at the start of the battle? God, the Coliseum AI is retarded. Just attack him, dude. Or that, I guess. That seems like a bit of overkill there, Celeste, but it worked, so... Talk about taking no shit. It's just like, never mind, I'm just going to explode this entire arena. I also like that when you bet the Kaganui, you actually get it back. Because before, wasn't there some weird thing where you had to, like, trade Shadow's initial weapon to get it back, because it, like, disappeared into thin air when you beat him? Something like that. So, what we got? Everybody but Umaro. So, technically, I could raise the level cap, because I said 25 until full recruitment. So, technically speaking, I could raise the level cap if I wanted for fighting dragons and stuff. If I go get Umaro now. Umaro's not easy, though. Or at least he wasn't easy before. And it would be nice to have Shadow for him, because Shadow really makes some short work of him. There is one last thing I do want to do, though. Question is, do I want doing it? Maybe. Or... like the Gale Hairpin on her. And we probably would want... Ooh, Phoenix is nice. That might actually mean that I don't need the red cap. The extra stamina is good, but the Genji helm is better. So let's put Phoenix on her. That's nice. He probably likes the Ice Guard a lot. I'll have to think about this one. Yeah, I saw that. That looks pretty neat, but I don't know the exact numbers. I do think that that's the issue. I think the issue is that whatever's happening, the enemy under NATB is getting higher initial ATB than it normally should. Because Gao can, with his speed, Gao can sometimes get the first turn in on people. But then sometimes he has almost full ATB and mysteriously somehow still doesn't manage to pull it off. So it's kind of questionable. But it does work. Anyway, there's only really one thing I want to do here, so I don't think it really matters that much. I'm probably not going to bother to fight the dragon yet. Yeah, the only thing there is you would want to probably be careful to make sure that nobody's initial ATB is too low, because then, like, if the enemy doesn't ever get to move at all, that's... or if it takes too long for the player to get the first turn, that could be a problem, too. Although less of a problem than what exists now, but... just a situation where everybody's ATB is kind of, like, gravitated towards the middle, with the speedier things having more of it most of the time would probably be nice. It would definitely allow Gao to get off an AoE rage before he gets dumpstered by dogs. But still, with all his Fenrir levels, he is consistently acting first, at least out of the party, so... Although this is kind of a slow party other than Gal, so that could also be an issue. Kerberos. Yeah, see, that shit's just really annoying. They hate Gal. Dogs hate him. One weird trick discovered by, Wild boy. Dogs hate him. That was pretty good. What are these guys weak to? Fire, water, and ice water. So water would be best. If only I had water attacks. That's because Storm is part wind. And they're just fucking killing everybody. Why did I even bother to fight? Fine. Bye. Why even fight randoms? Why even fight them? I'm trying, but sometimes they just piss me off. I don't like getting characters annihilated in one turn. It's like, come on. I forget what these guys are weak to. And when I can't remember... I don't think this is the correct play, but we'll see. Okay, that seems a little fair. They were weak to fire. I wasn't sure what they were. As long as Gal uses Starlight like he's supposed to, that should be alright. Although it didn't mute them, I think. But I think they might be immune to mute. I forget. Oh, and they have Zombie, too. Sure, of course they do. Yeah, they are muted, actually. Gal managed to mute them with Starlight. They tried to cast whatever it was, and they couldn't. How much HP do these guys have? Which reminds me, I need to go buy a bunch more holy water. I can't remember where you can buy holy water in the World of Ruin. I've just forgotten to go to a town and buy a bunch more of it. Fortunately, zombie is an infrequent problem, but I am running out of them. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's the way we came. I do want to at least somewhat preserve my resources here. Because I am going to try. I'm going to fight one boss and maybe two. Dante's pretty cool. Wow, did you actually cast the one thing that I would have wanted you to use your dance on? You did. Congratulations, Mog. You did it. I hereby award you the Not a Complete Fuck-Up award. Yeah, the only problem would have been Spectre wouldn't have really been any use, and knowing Mog, he would have just used Spectre to spite me. Of course, why would I bother having him warp whistle? He's just gonna die before he can act. Probably need to restore her MP because she's going to be casting for this next fight. Did I save? I think I did, but just in case. Sorry, Dante. I would fight you. I really would, but I've got completely immobile frozen Esper to fight. Okay. The Omega weapon we don't need. The crystal or the soul saver? Probably the crystal. We don't need the power glove anymore. Maybe that. Neither one of these guys wants to use the Sage Stone, I don't think. There's no point in doing that. Give him a fire rod, though. And for Gal, I think I actually want to give him a multi-guard for this. Because what I think I want him to do is... What does everybody have in terms of haste? Mog's got auto haste, Terra's got auto haste. He's got auto haste, I may as well just put auto haste on him too. And what else? Wall ring? Maybe. Maybe. I think I do want that. What about Espers? Phoenix is good for the HP. I don't think anything else is really going to be as important. Carbuncle is good. Zone Seek would probably be better. Palador, might as well keep. Veteran, might as well keep. With any luck, this won't go terribly. Oh, well, that's a good start. No, wait, nobody needs Hastings. But we do probably want a shell. Now we're talking. The first time I tried this, Mog never once procced a fire rod. main things he has are, I think he has a physical counter, he uses the tier 3 elementals, and he can... Now, Mesosaur would be a phenomenally stupid thing to rage against him under most circumstances because it's Ice Weak, and he would just basically... Gao would basically explode instantly to Ice 3, but he has a multi-guard on, so he should not be dying to that. This shouldn't last too terribly long. Blaze not exactly keeping up. I should have actually used Raze. He's not immune to poison. Raze is better in this case. You guys are blocking a lot of stuff now all of a sudden. Not be shocked if this battle is over pretty soon. Anyway, Sunbath heals more and it gets rid of Frozen, so I was under the impression that he might actually hit someone with Cold Dust. Which seems to have been unfounded. There we go. That ended that. Neat. And that's what I was sitting on all these levels for. Auto Shell, which is nice. It doesn't really matter which of these I take, because she's not going to be casting anything for a little while. How are we looking now? 81 stamina, and that's without even really a... Well, that is kind of a stamina-heavy build there. Okay, let's go back to the save point. Virite's supposed to poison you, right? Because it sure doesn't do it very often for me. Granted, these guys all have pretty high stamina, but I could swear it was more nasty about poisoning you in the past versions. It just rarely seems to hit, which I'm fine with. These guys have high stamina, they shouldn't be getting poisoned a ton, but... even so. Okay, I don't know how confident I am in the ability to do this, but I'm wondering, can I beat Silver Dragon? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. I'm gonna have to come back here for Umaro anyway, but I'm wondering if it's doable at this point. It's one of the harder ones, but I've got more stuff than I did when it was disastrously. He's also floating. That makes me think I could do it. Problem here would be, what's Terra gonna use if I do that? Force Armor would have the damage, but if she's morphed, she's gonna be in kind of an interesting state. I'm almost tempted to use just the one wing edge, but I think if we support her properly, she'll be okay. Haste her normally. I might want to haste everybody normally. Okay, let me try to remember. Nearly everything he does is ice-based except his physicals, right? So if I were to do like a Black Heart multi-guard combo, I wonder if that would work. Got the multi-guard. Mog I don't think I want. Actually, what would Mog do? He might as well. He's got it on auto haste, and it's going to be unremovable. So, if I were to give him Fire Rod, that's a slightly more safe-feeling party. She's only got... Okay, so everybody else is immune to ice. She is only halving it. So that is a potential problem if she's the primary damage dealer and she's going to morph. Not totally confident in this working, but let's give it a shot. Mog is in particular, I'm like super not sure about how well this will work, but let's see. That's not as bad. Actually, he can poison because she can slow. Actually, no, she should morph. Oh, okay. So much for attacking him physically. Well, without abilities here. But let's give this a try. He's got Safe and Shell now, that's something. Now we need to get up Fenrir. Well, I can't get up Fenrir because Gao's raging, but I can get Refract up on Terra. Terra's the only person that will hurt. It does hurt her quite a bit, but it should be. That's absolute zero, though. That's about as strong as it gets. So, Refractor. I haven't put Sap on him yet. But let's prep Terra first. That should hit him. He's floating. Yeah. Actually, float. Well, yeah, float is actually useful here now that I think about it. Even though Surge won't hurt anybody but Terra, it would hurt her, and I don't want to have that problem right now. She's not a physical build. Also, I haven't berserked her. Which I'm planning to do, but now I've got to re-refract her as well. Oh, good. The one person who can cure Frozen without having to worry about anything is the guy who... She doesn't have any Vigor heals. I'm strictly getting by here on Morph. This is probably going to be regrettable, but... Huh, that's actually pretty strong, Mog. I don't really want to Blaze. Now that I think about it. Just refract Mog. I have time to let the freeze wear off. Although I don't want her to be blind. news. Anyway, if Gao stays unfrozen this time... Or he could just get fucking critted! Come on, that is such bullshit. Enemy physicals are absurd. It's basically be imaged or you're dead. You know what? I'll potion him. No, I'll just attack. Actually, don't need to heal Gao, I think. Unless he gets frozen again. No, nobody got frozen. That's good. Put image on him. 2 people there. And actually, Mog probably needs to unblind himself as well, doesn't he? There we go. That's what I've been meaning to do. Surprisingly good evades on the stops, though. With any luck, we will not get exploded instantly at this point. Boy. Naturally, it hits Terra, but she's no longer reflected or something, so... Oh boy, I love step mine. Love randomly just dying. Now, the potion turned out to be kind of unnecessary. Now I wasted a bunch of turns. Now I have to re-refractor, re-berserker, re-morpher. What a waste of time. I should just have Mog doing his thing. He can get dispelled from doing this, but he's got auto haste, so he should be fine. He actually does a surprising amount of just plain physical damage with that rod. Might as well try that. Like, I'm actually pretty impressed that the fire rod is hitting that hard on a non-vigor Mog. It's not really doing anything special. Put regen on her. Also, because he's not getting procs, he's not getting dispelled. That's something to consider. I also need to put poison back on him. Polarity, I can live with that. Mog's not out of control. Okay, if you freeze anyone, okay, don't freeze Gao. Thank you. Yep, everybody but Gao frozen. This is why I wanted him to do this. Eat shit. We need to re-slow him. Slow him. I can't remember if he's been slowed or not. Best not to worry about it. Whatever. She's just gonna die next time she gets hit anyway. Might as well hit hard. Actually, at full health, she might be able to survive well, she won't be at full health because she's gonna get absolute zeroed. Which won't kill her, but if she gets clawed, she could be in some trouble. Okay, just keep polaritying him, I don't care. Actually, I forgot to even move him. Mog's been getting very good luck on these weakness counters, just getting moved instead of getting dispelled. Okay. Cow does here first. Okay, landslided, so just gonna play it safe. She's not getting a lot of double throws, that's kind of annoying. But that's fine. Can't always get everything. I could have also just had her casting Fire 3 and have Mog do the throws, or just use the Fire Rod, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, I do need to re-poison him now. Okay, keep doing that instead, that's fine. That'll heal him, but that's fine. Forget what. Hang on. Sorry, I'm checking one thing. Okay, yeah. I thought so. I was checking what Bad Breath did. I forget which thing it sets, but it does in fact set both Mute and Sap. Or both Poison and Sap. Which is what I wanted it to do. Oh, I forgot to move Mog. It's not even really worth moving Mog. I guess it does affect the proc, potentially. I don't remember, but it's not a big deal. Would appreciate more sunbaths, Gal, anytime. Oh boy. Use Avalanche? Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on! What the fuck is he doing that much damage? Like, seriously, that is bullshit. Oh, Mog jumping in the way. I forgot he would even be in a position to do that. Wait, what does Mog have equipped that he's intercepting? Oh, the Hero Ring, that's right. I'm like, what does Mog have equipped that he would even be intercepting attacks? It's the Hero Ring. Mog the hero. Terra's mostly fine right now. Except now she lost her image, but at least she didn't get killed. I don't want to dance. Good evade, Mog. Should I refract? I think I should refract Terra. I think that's the play. Mog can poison him. But Terra can't do anything for herself without... Was that on Terra? I didn't see. No, I don't remember who it was. She didn't lose her image either way, so if it was her, that's fine. This will be slow going. This is not a heavy offense party, nor a party really set up to deal with the second tier dragon, but if Gao keeps coming through, I think we can get this eventually. He's already poisoned, I think. I don't know what to do with him yet, I'll just have him sit here. Oh, that's right, she has the potential to miss. She doesn't have a black belt on. Oh, she's been hitting pretty well so far, actually. Kind of surprised. Oh, okay. Nobody getting hit by stop. This is new. Must be all that M-block stuff I didn't take off. That's actually kind of a shitty crit, Mog. Oh wait, that might not be a crit. He might be out of MP. I didn't see the flash. That's why, then no wonder it sucked. Let's see what Mog's got for MP. He may be actually out. Yep, he's out of MP. That's why he wasn't doing damage. Let's wait and see what happens. Okay. That's good. Really, you don't need to use Landslide. On the other hand, you didn't need to use Sunbath either, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh wait, is he in the back? Yeah, he's in the back. Finally he gets hit by this spell. That took a while. Alright, we'll have to move forward then. Can't tell what happened to her image because it was up and then it was up and he couldn't see it and then she got hit and I think it dropped. Okay, Blizzard is rough. 3 people will absorb it though. I'm not using Raze because I don't want to trigger counters, or the Dispel counter. It would probably do a lot, but I'm intentionally not using it on him. Or you mean in general. It's doing like 6k, 5 to 6k against stuff a lot of the time, at least stuff that's weak to either fire or poison. Raze's damage is fine, it's always been fine, it's just, since it doesn't hit undead, it can be a pain in the ass, but with Blaze you have an option, so... Oh, now he's getting dispelled more, which is fine. His damage is not buff dependent, and he can't lose his haste. This is just gonna drag on because of our low damage output, but I think we're okay otherwise. Normally, if Gao were raging that rage, he would be hella dead by now because of the ice weakness. But the multi-guard prevents that. Alright, you want to keep dispelling him, that's perfectly fine. Although, I should probably... Oh wait, she's already refracted. Well, it may drop in a counter. Probably should have either refracted Mog or used Bad Breath, but that's okay. How is Mog doing on MP? It's low. So rather than... Oh wait, he doesn't have the MP to cast Bio. Why did I select it? Why did it let me select it? Wait. Yeah, I was about to say, you don't have the MP to cast that. Ah, he's dead again. Oh, I know why Landslide's doing that much damage, because he's got a black heart on. So he's got Earth weakness. And I don't have anything covering it. So that won't be a problem for anyone but him. And Gao, I guess. Oh, there you go, you blocked that, but you would have absorbed it. That's okay, Gao's here. Here to help you. Oh, wait. He needs more MP. Or he's just gonna do weak crits. Oh, her refract is down. And she's probably gonna get clawed. No? Okay. Okay, once again, well, except he did sunbath, but he didn't get hit by it, that's what matters. He should sunbath soon. Really? At least regen keeps going. Wait, how the hell did he hit her through image? Oh, probably because she's frozen. I don't know. Come on, gal! You get the most bullshit streaks, I swear to God. You had the most amazing streak against Atma, and now you're just dicking around. I want to revive Mog. I think it's relatively safe to... Oh, yeah, it is relatively safe to revive Mog at this point, I would think. So now the question is, do I go for Yeti? Snow Muffler, that's nice. Would have been helpful for this fight, but obviously we can't have a Snow Muffler until we actually either recruit Umaru or do that. I have Mog, so I could recruit him, and that would give me full recruitment, which would let me level everybody up some more. I don't really need to level everybody up. I can do a lot of things at 25 anyway, but it wouldn't hurt anything. I think I could probably manage. Also. Though I still do probably want ice protection for this. But I think I can acquire that. Yeah, he's out of MP here. That's a lot of tinctures, but if I do more leveling up at the Fanatics Tower, I'm gonna have plenty, so it should be okay. Oh, wait, right. Let's move everybody around. And not the force on them. These both are pretty good boosts, but I do want the power glove. Okay, we want the black heart off. That's not terrible. Get rid of the multi-guard for something for now. I may still want the multi-guard, but I haven't decided yet. No black heart here. Blizzard Orb, maybe. We'll stick with that for randoms. I don't know what else we'll need to do here. Probably the Myrtle Charm for the randoms. Put him in the back row. Give him. That'll work. Okay. Still probably want Phoenix. And Zone Seek might as well. Stick with that for these guys. Okay, now I'm trying to remember how I actually get to that chest. I think you have to go around this way. Okay, these guys... Okay, yeah, I think it's this. Because they're like weak to water and poison or something. Those guys aren't. They're not weak to, I think, anything. But the little guys were. There we go. Hi, Tonberry. What's up, man? What are Tonberries weak to? Are they all weak to fire, or is that just the one that trolls you? Let me make sure. Tonberry, weak to fire. Yeah, he is weak to that. And also poison and mute. So... probably want. Okay, he's auto-hasted, so that's not gonna help. I guess... actually... Good job, Mog. All that stamina gear and you're worthless. Turn it into a mountain. Now. Okay, so that should have set poison and mute on him. You know what? That's fine. What can I have Gao do? Revenant, maybe? Yeah, I think that could work. Jesus, Mog. You've got a lot of stamina, dude. You've got, like, tons of dad. Her dad. Alright, let's see how good Raze is from the man himself. No, not from you, although thank you. Not what I wanted, but I'm okay with it. Oh, right, you're undead. Enjoy dying! I thought that didn't reverse on undead, but I must have been thinking of something else. Oh, I guess he just fucking ignores image, too. Okay, yeah, just, you know, why bother prepping for anything that you do, because you can just ignore it. Oh, why am I using a remedy? You can't remedy death, dude. That's not the way it works. Fine. Okay. Why doesn't image work on that? It's fucking physical attack. Rules shouldn't be different. Hopefully somebody here will get off a heal. Not that it matters, really. Probably should just attack him. In fact, I should definitely not heal, I should just hit him. Plus, if he heals, then Gao gets boned anyway. No, he's not muted now. Great, nothing more fun than step mine. Bone Club. Alright, that's good. Although I think Gao still probably wants the magic bone right now. But for other things he may not. So I'll have to think about that when I'm setting up for Yeti. sorry. These guys aren't bad at all, it's just... I don't want to stretch my MP too thin for the moment. Walk around that. Okay. These guys I think I can wipe out pretty fast. Yeah, it really didn't matter. Hits. Just to get the treasures here while we're here. I don't think this goes anywhere, now that I think about it. Oh, I should probably have equipped that snow muffler on somebody, shouldn't I? That will be very important. Not even sure if this will work on this one. Yeah, okay. It's not that it did or didn't, it just happened not to, so that was good. Not quite what I wanted you to do, but it'll work. Because that is, I think, poison, as well as being bolt. So that hit him real hard. Now, I don't want to gain any experience right now. These are crap fights. Terrible EP. Although, since everybody is literally like a handful of EP away from 25 anyway, it really wouldn't matter where I do experience. Because they're going to gain that extra Esper level anyway. I'm giving myself level caps. My level cap was 15 before the floating continent, 20 until I got the Falcon, and then 25 until I've recruited every character. So technically I don't have to go for Umara right now, but if I do, I will have gotten all 14 characters, and that will allow me to... Mooglehide's really good. What does the Mooglehyde duo for the Chocobo Hide again? Let's see. Okay, Chocobo Hide, Water Wind, Mooglehyde, Earth Wind. Yeah, so the Mooglehyde, yeah, it's kind of 6-1, but I think Yeti is mostly physical Blizzard. I can't remember. Guy gets hungry sometimes. Sometimes he gets real hungry. Now, oftentimes when I would do a Vigor Terra, I would have her morph against Umaro. I'm not sure how much I like the idea now, though. It's actually a fair question what I'm going to attack him with. I wonder what Gao's strongest fire or poison rage is. And if it's not undead, that might be better. I could also make him heal, but I think in this case I just don't want to get hit. Because I don't know how well things can be healed off. Oh, that's right. Even if I fall down into the cave, the fight doesn't start until I actually take the Magicite, so I have time to prepare. Probably want her in the back. And just casting fire or something. Genji stuff is fine. Guard Ring is actually not the worst idea, now that I think about it. Probably want a multi-guard for the ice, right? And actually, if he's going to use ice, I probably want Force Armor. And is there anything else I could use? Red Cap's good too. That means I could take Phoenix off and put on something. Yeah, the Vigor would be okay, but I guess the Carbuncle's fine. Zone Seek, well, I guess that is useful to an extent. What's Mog got? He's got the Ice Guard, he's got the Snow Muffler, so they're good. What should I be using Gao? He could be a healer, but I think I'd rather just have Terra and Strago help with that. What can he do, though? Yeti's weaknesses are fire and poison, I think, and he's got average defenses, so can't be ice or wind. Otherwise, things work pretty well no matter what you use. So, Vaporite uses Blaze, and it's not undead. Blaze is a little weak, though. There's Atomic Ray. That's Io's. Oh, Io's not listed for some reason. That could be good. Atomic Ray. Diffuser's not great, but Atomic Ray's okay. I think that might be the strongest thing that he's got. Atomic Ray. Power 90. May set Sap. That seems like the way to go. I don't actually know what the auto statuses are. Wait, actually I do. I have the Rage thing. So this may work. Okay, remove the block and absorb filter. IO. Weak to Bolt and Water. I don't think Umaro uses either of those. Inherent Reflect, which should not be a problem. Status immunity to everything but Imp. Not good, not bad. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll probably equip a Black Heart here. Although I may want the Blizzard Orb. It just would feel more comfortable that way. I think he's immune to almost everything the Yeti does. Not absolutely positive of that, but... And then for Mog, what I think I ought to have him do... No Moogle Charm. Sage Stone. Use the other Force Armor. Dragon Helm is good, although Circlet would probably be better. Ice Guard's fine. Poison Rod, maybe. Make sure he's at full MP. Give you a little more. Terra definitely needs a little more. Oh no, I'm almost out of tinctures. What will I do? Not totally sure about this one, but probably replace the Gil Hairpin with something, although the extra stamina and speed is so nice. Maybe that. Yeah. That's good. That's good. What's he got? Death Ward, that's good. The autosave is not a bad idea. So Mog won't have the autosave. Might need to make sure he's... Well, let's give it a try. Rough. Probably want to haste first. Hold off on you. Heal you. Bad breath him to start. And somebody's got to slow him. You, Mog? It could be you. You know what? I'm just gonna slow twice. I got a feeling. Okay, that's not so bad. That's a little worse. Tremor. He might get his block knocked off for this one. Okay, that first slow stuck. Fine. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Gal's not raging yet. That's fine. It's not terrible. Not great, but pretty good. That's not bad either. Not great, but again, could be worse. Yeah, shield would be helpful. A lot of things would probably be helpful. I'm gonna hold off on her turn. Just wait and see what he does. He has not lost Reflect, okay, good. I almost want to keep Refract up in case it drops. Yeah. Okay, I still can't tell sometimes whether image is up or not. Appears and disappears. Like, did he just lose it, or will it pop back up again? I can't tell. Gauss is down, I think. We need to re-refract him. Diffuser, not really what I wanted, but it's fine. He doesn't resist it or anything. This is kind of a suboptimal strategy, but it will work as long as he doesn't get a series of uncontested punches in on us. I also didn't bring a Dispeller, I think. Yeah, there's Pissy Boss mode. Terra's image go? Okay, it's still there. It's like, where'd it go? Another thing that would be nice for this fight is instead of Sagestone Bio Mog, Sagestone Dark Strago. But I don't have Dark yet. So. Okay, Terra's image I think is also down. His image was also down. He is punching through the images, slowly but surely. As long as the most vulnerable people get hit first, it should be okay. She just lost image. But I should probably just try to finish him off. Wait, where'd her image go? Oh god, I hadn't cast it yet. How the fuck is he so slow as to not be able to... She got in a Fire 3 before he got in Refract on her when he queued it earlier? I guess that's the command delay, but that's still pretty crazy. What are we gonna do? Depends on what he does. Let's just try this and then... see who he hits. Holy Wind if everybody survives. Or if he doesn't do anything. Okay. That I am also okay with. It's gotta be pretty close to dead at this point. Die anyway. Okay, yeah, just attack 3 times, that's cool. Bullshit. This is a case where, again, I often do this one with Shadow because he can smoke bomb people at warp speed. The problem with Strago is he's so slow. Okay, that's gonna heal Gao, I think. Or at least it's not gonna do anything to him. Yeah. I don't much care if he gets punched to death. He's gonna get... that's gonna either happen or won't. Yeah. Yeah, sure, let's give 8 million World of Ruin physical attacks to a guy. So if you lose image for even 1 second, fuck you. Come on, Mog, take this home. That's not really a significant threat. Him punching 3 times after getting off an attack, that is. pasted or imaged. But I can fix that. Unless he dies. Hopefully he does. Yeah, that took him out. I knew he was close, but... yeah, just like that's literally all he does otherwise. Yeah. What level is he? He's like party level +5 or something. He may already be 30. So it was actually also a good thing to get him here, because I didn't want to be over 30 at any point. So I think he should be okay. Yeah, everybody else is 25. Well, actually, some people are still 20, but he should be, basically. I'm sure he's like 34 or 35 at this point, I would assume. Let's take a look. I will probably literally never use him, but... because he's... yeah, he's 28, so he would only need a couple of levels anyway, which, not like it matters, I'm probably never going to use him, but... how are you for gear? Yeah, you come with the Bone Club and Snow Muffler. I'm going to be taking those, thank you. In fact, I'm going to be taking everybody's everything. For the most part, that leaves the loot fests like Ancient Castle, Cyan's Dream. If I'm going to respec Cyan to Vigor, it's fine probably to do so before the Dream, because you can't use him in the Dream anyway, so his not having his Alexander levels wouldn't be a big deal. I don't think I'm going to give her any Alexander levels. Locke needs to respec before he gets used again, probably. I don't think anybody else really wants to respec. I mean, Edgar is possible, but I've been using him mostly as support anyway, and he's fine for that. Really, other than that, I don't think anybody really needs to respec. And Cyan, I even don't necessarily know that I want to respec from stamina. I think it would be a good idea for damage purposes, but I don't know if it's necessarily the best idea for anything else. Setzer I don't want to respec. Normally I might want to respec him, because I like his stamina build, but his slots have been doing really well. And I just don't know that I want to change that. Shadow doesn't need it. Sabin doesn't need it. Terra, I think she's fine with the stamina build she's got. Especially once she levels up a little more. So, kind of hard to say. Locke for sure, Cyan maybe, Celeste maybe. So that's only 3. I almost feel like I want to respec one more person, just so that I get my money's worth from Ultros. Because it's like 25k for the first party, and that is 4 people, so... Mog's a possibility. I've got Torado now, so I could give him a Dragoon build, now that it's actually coming into being useful. Well, I mean, it's always been pretty useful, but now he would have bulk. So I could almost do, like, Locke, Cyan, Mog, and her. I could use those 4. Everybody else, I think, is pretty well settled on what they're going to be doing. So, if I were going to reset anybody, I guess it would be these 4. That's a tougher question. I do like his stamina build, but I feel like Dragon's gonna start falling off, and Tempest is gonna be so good. which I don't even know that he has that unlocked yet, because he's only 20. So he only has up through Dragon. And then if he does level to 30, I think he learns most of them, but he would learn them all from his Dream Sequence too. Yeah, he doesn't learn Cleave until you actually complete the Dream. If I'd been using him more, I would probably be using Eclipse more, which is a possible point in favor of the stamina build, is using Eclipse. But I think he could get acceptable Eclipse damage while also having the ability to spam the hell out of Tempest. And I think that might be better. The only problem is bulk, but if I do his Dream like next, then we could maybe have not a problem with that. Mog, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the build that he's got. It's been like a dancer whatever build, but Dragoon would certainly be potentially nice. I'll think about that while I'm handling everything, because I've still got to level people up, and Doomgaze will probably be the first thing that I fight once everybody's leveled. Doomgaze, I could easily take him right now, that wouldn't be a problem, but I just don't feel like doing it right now. Since I have everybody recruited, I can finish leveling, which I'll probably want to do. So for now, I'm going to put a stop to that. That worked a lot better than it did earlier, for sure. So, we've got everybody recruited, got the hero shield to uncurse, people to level up, people to respec probably. Should be pretty neat. I'm actually kind of tempted, now that I think about it, to respec her into physical, because I'm not really sold on the stamina build. I don't even have Crusader yet, but she's functional without Crusader. She just is able to basically get a free booster without it, once she does get it. I'll probably want Dark, so I want to do the Ancient Castle before I go after the White Dragon. But, so Crusader's a ways off, which means no Merton and no stamina build, really. She's not really getting a lot from her magic build, and the Illumina just seems like it's a lot better, especially with all those stat boosts now. It just seems like the way to go for her to make her a really solid hitter. So I'm just not huge on Shock. I mean, she can still use Shock, it's not like I think it would be a huge issue. And then Locke, it's just a matter of changing his Kira and ELs for Phoenix, get him some MP, focus his damage a little more. For Cyan, it would just be a question of which build to go with. He's been Stamina all this time, it's worked just fine, but the damage may start falling off, and as he gets toward level 30, his physical damage will get really impressive. His counterattacks are insanely good, Tempest is insanely good. And once he has Alexander, the durability problems the physical build would otherwise have are gone. Yeah, tough to say, but for now I'll just do prep work, uncurse the shield, all that other good stuff, and we'll go from there. So I'll see everybody around. But I think that worked pretty well, so I can upload this once I get done with that, and then I'll start leveling people up and stuff. And honestly, I really don't need to take everybody to 30, but if I'm going to say that I lift the level cap at that point, I might as well do it. I could probably handle nearly everything that's still here at 25. It's not really a problem, but I just don't really want to do that. I might as well just level everybody up. It'll be a little bit of a walkover for some things, but I don't have a huge problem with that, and it should still be challenging in Kefka's Tower at 30 as long as I don't go above that.